Let's say that we want to use an avatar for each row in this table. So Andy has this avatar component that we can use. And here we can have icons, text, even images, and then you can also preview. And this is really slick, right? So let's take the avatar, and also you can see that you can stack them basically. So let's take the avatar and use it within our table. So here, the way we're going to use it is as follows. So the first thing that we need to do is to have, so basically we'll have a new column here, and I'm going to say title, and this will be empty. So just like that, let me just use single quotes. And then here, data index, this will be avatar, comma, and then the key will be avatar. And then importantly, we have the render function or the render property. And this takes a function where we can have the text and then the student right here. So this actually returns a component. And what I want to do here is, for now, let's just say hello, or in fact, let's just say avatar, right? So we want to return an avatar, and I want to import this from ant.d, just like that. And then if I save this and then go back, if I reload, and it seems that we have an error. So okay, cool. So we've messed this up. So this should be like that, and then comma, save this, go back, reload, and you can see that we have an avatar in here. So this is cool. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to say, right, so here I want to create a custom component, and then I'm going to take the student dot, oh actually let's just say name equals to, and then student dot name. So let me put this on a new line, just like that, so you see everything. Now let's define this. So I'm going to say const d and then avatar equals to, and then here we're going to destructure the name. So this comes from the prop, and then here we want to return the following. So the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to say if, and then name dot, and then trim. So let's get rid of all the spaces, and I'm going to say dot, and then length equals, oops, so length equals to 0. We know that basically the name is empty, right? And in fact, let me extract this to a variable in here, and then I'm going to say just trim, right? So trim dot length. So if this is the case, I want to return, and then the avatar, and let me self close this, and then I'm going to say icon equals, and then here this will be the user outlined icon. Save this, and this is not going to work, and you'll see why in a second. But now in here, what we're going to do is, if the length of that is 0, right, we know that it's empty. Otherwise, we're going to split. So here I'm going to say const, and then split equals to, and then trim dot, and then split. We're going to split by space. And now I'm going to say if the split dot, and then length is equal to 1. So if this is the case, I want to return the avatar. So avatar, and in here, I'm going to basically grab the name dot, and then char at, and then 0. Otherwise, we just return, and then we're going to say avatar. So the same thing, just like that. And then here, I want to have the backticks. And then basically I want this, and I need a $sign in here. And then also, so let me take this again and then paste that. And then I'm going to say, I want the name Oops. So name dot and then length -1. And there we go. So if I put this inside just like that, so you see everything. And now if I save this, go back and check this out. So this is really nice. So this actually, it's not doing what I wanted to do. So it has this weird thing in it, and let me just see why. So this is because, right, so this should be like that. So this should be outside, and we just missed another one here, and there we go. So if I save this, go back, and now you can see that if the name has basically 2 or more, we just get the first and the second, so HD for hello world, whereas the rest is the same. Now if I add a student with an empty name, which shouldn't really happen, but let's just test. So email lol and then other, submit, we actually have an error, and let's have a look why. So here, this guy here, so this should be a component, so that should be like that. Save this, go back, and you can see that it works. But now have a look in here, you can see that the name was empty, but now we have this icon. So this is working beautifully. There you have it. We now have the avatar. Obviously we can customize this page with a lot of things and make it look beautiful, but I think that right now it's looking really good, and let's move on.